The student union turned into a fashion runway last Tuesday. Francisco Garza was there.
Title V Fashion Show was a great success. The event, held last Tuesday and co-sponsored by Student Life, offered students tips on how to present themselves and behave during a job interview.
We are having this event to help the students learn more about professionalism and get ready for the workforce.
On the fashion show, Jessica San Luis, a senior biology major, won first place in the professional category and received a teeth whitening treatment courtesy of White Science. In the formal category, first place went to Math and Science Academy student Neisa Ortiz, a freshman education major who was awarded a complimentary dinner for two at Louis' Backyard on South Padre Island. Speeches regarding appropriate interview etiquette were given by staff and faculty.
How a person dresses makes a statement about one's self-identification, image conveyed to others, and level of occupational aspiration.
More than 100 people attended the event.
I think the girls are really pretty. I like the dresses too.
For the Collegian News, I'm Francisco Garza.
Here's Renee Cardona with this week's What's Your Beef?
Every week we ask students what beef they have with school, life, and politics. Here's what some had to say.
The main concern that I have right now at UTB is that there's a trash can outside of Starbucks and it's really, really dirty and it smells really bad, especially right now that it's really hot. And there's a lot of students that have been complaining around campus. So I suggest that the custodians take care of it because we didn't have this problem last semester because I used to hang out there with all my friends. But this time around, nobody wants to be outside. It's super hot. It smells bad. There's flies everywhere. So they should really, really clean it up.
Well, one of the problems that I think that we're having here at this school is not having too many classes offered in the art program. They overlap with one another. So if I want to take one class during one semester, I'd have to wait till next semester to take it, and I think that's kind of a problem that we're having. Me, that I'm trying to get out of school already, I want to graduate. It's hard for me to get all my classes in one semester. I have to separate them between A and B, so I think that's a problem that we should address as far as the art program is concerned. Maybe a suggestion that I have is maybe offering classes at different times within the same semester.
Well, the ceramics studio, they close it at 10:30, and the rest of the studios will let us in here until whatever time we're done, like till dawn if you want. And a lot of the stuff that you're working on over there takes a lot of work. And for example, for me, that I can't come a lot, like after class and stuff. Like I work and I have a kid and everything, so for me it's really hard to find time except at night. So I don't know if they could maybe consider leaving it open like the rest of the studios where we can just come in during the night and, work on our stuff.
That's all the beef for this week. For the Collegian News, I'm Renee Cardona.
The water levels in Brownsville Resacas are low. What's causing this? Francisco Garza finds out.
Over the last few weeks, the water levels in the Fort Brown and Lozano Banco Resacas have been slowly diminishing, but they should return to normal in less than a month, a hydrology expert says.
We are not in a prolonged drought of any kind, we hope. This dry period, however, has been exceptionally intense, meaning very, very dry from a meteorological standpoint. So to answer your question directly, yes, we are in what seems to be a short to mid-term meteorological drought. We have had less than, I believe, 2.5 inches of rain, or thereabouts, over the course of the last 5 months. On an average year for rainfall over those same 5 months, we normally receive anything in the vicinity of 12 to 13 inches of rain over those. It's our dry season, but it's not this dry. So we've received less than 20% of our normal rainfall for the last 5 months. And under any circumstance, that defines itself as a exceptional meteorological drought.
The heat and the lack of rain had resulted in our campus resacas slowly drying out. In addition, they are maintained by a small pump the city operates. They were not pumped earlier this year because the pump that does the filling was damaged by last year's floods.
So they had to bring in a temporary pump. And they did that in response to a couple different things. One, the golf course, I believe our maintenance physical plant people called, and also a couple of my students that were researching this actually made a call, and the city said, yeah, we're replacing the pump, we're going to fill up the resakas, and it takes about 2 weeks. So over the course of the next 2 weeks, it's April 27th. By the time finals roll around, we should see about a 2-foot rise. It's already about maybe 6 inches higher than it was a week ago, and that takes time because it's a small pump. It takes a little bit of time for the water to fill it back up.
For the Collegian News, I'm Francisco Garza.
Here's Daniel Beltran with this week's Club Spotlight.
Hello, we are here with the Collegian Press Club, including its president, Christine Cavazos, its secretary, Michelle Serrano, and its treasurer, Michael Peña. Ms. Cavazos, could you please tell me what is the purpose of the club?
Sure. The purpose of the club is to provide timely news and information to UTB students and faculty.
How many members do you have in the club?
We have about 20 members.
Can you please tell me who is your advisor?
Our advisor is Azanet Cornejo, Student Media Director.
Could you please give us her email?
azanet.cornejo@utb.edu.
Thank you very much. Ms. Serrano, does your club perform community service?
Absolutely. Every day we perform a community service. We perform community service by reporting to the people, the students, and the community what's happening day to day.
Can you please tell me when and where does the club meet?
Mondays and Wednesdays we meet at 1 p.m. at room 1.28 in the Student Union.
Thank you. Mr. Peña, could you please tell me what are the requirements for membership?
Our requirements are you're in good standing with the university and that you have a GPA of at least 2.2.
Do members have to pay any dues?
Yes, we have $10 dues, $10 a semester, and that goes towards t-shirts and possibly any other events that we hold for our club.
Thank you. And finally, Ms. Cavazos, if students want to know more about this club, whom should they contact and how?
They should contact Ms. Cornejo. They can send her an email to collegian@utb.edu, or they can contact the student media office at 882-5142.
Thank you very much. For the Collegian News, I'm Daniel Beltran.
Well, that's it for the Collegian News. Thank you for joining us, and tune in next time.
I'm Melissa Ramirez.
And I'm Clary Quesada.
We now leave you with highlights from the Bougainvillea Ball.
Have a great day.
Go ahead and give it up for Lady in Wedding and Lord Erica Muñoz and Jorge Muñoz. One would be our Countess and Count. We have Kirsten Velasquez and Chris Milligan. For Duchess and Duke, we have Brenda Gallegos and Ramon Avalos. Now, our 2011 Bougainvillea Prince and Princess is Laura Cavazos and Jay Salazar. Our 2011 Bougainvillea King and Queen is Sigma Psi Delta Brittany Moreno fucking Napa!
So alive, I can't keep up and I can't